interviews that make the breaking news. Exclusive interviews that make the breaking news. Football organically, you know we coming through. We do pre-game interviews and post-games too. Football organically, you know we got the scoop. You on top of your game.
Welcome back, everyone, to Football Organically. I'm your host, Doug Parrish, where we capture and share all the unscripted drama of college football. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be exciting. The University of California will be traveling down south in California to play the San Diego State Aztecs. This Saturday at 7:30 p.m. is going to be a nice, temperate occasion down in San Diego. This will be the first time that the California Golden Bears will be playing in Snapdragon Stadium. So it should be exciting. Now, this is a first. Like I said, that Cal will be playing in Snapdragon Stadium. The atmosphere is shaping up to be electric. And Justin Wilcox, the head coach for the California Golden Bears, is firing on all cylinders. Across the way on the other side, head coach Sean Lewis has been busy, not just only preparing his team for victory against the Golden Bears, but also getting out into the community, energizing the fans and all of the students. He's rolled out and gave away so many tickets over the past week. He's excited about this opportunity to pack the stadium that is in San Diego that will be, he's trying to make it electric. He's engaging the fans. He's giving away shades during the game when people walk in. He's even has a DJ that will be playing, and it supposedly is going to be standing room only because in San Diego State, they have 35,000, students down there. And guess what? There's only 32,000 seats available in Snapdragon Stadium. So standing room only, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's talk about the conditions. It's going to be about approximately 77 degrees. It's going to be humid, about 69% humidity with a 7-mile-per-hour wind. So that is very important, and that's very key to the game because, you think about the punt returns and the wind, moving the ball back and forth. You're talking about throwing the ball downfield on some long-distance passes. It's going to make it a little bit more of complexity for both sides of the ball, especially with Cal's left-handed quarterback, the true freshman, Karen Kiave Sanga Puliate, and JKS for short, because it's a very difficult name to pronounce when you're looking at all of the syllables and all of the vowels in his name. Sanga Pulatele. It is very, very rare that you get those multiple syllables in a name, and it's so much fun for guys like me to try to continue to pronounce it over and over again. But he's got that Polynesian heritage, and he's going to bring all of that energy and all of that firepower to the game on Saturday. So he launched a 51-yard touchdown strike last week. So I'm sure he's going to be looking to find out what that win and that gauge is, and also for the punt returners and the wide receivers as well. So he may need to add a little bit more touch on the ball when he throws it downfield for the deep ball to his wide receivers. Now, 5 things stand out to me on the Cal side. Number 1 is red zone dominance. So red zone is from the 20-yard line on in. So Cal is perfect in the red zone. Every trip inside the 20, they've been coming up with points. And that is no accident. Situational football is where championships are built. Back in my day at Cal under Bruce Snyder and also Coach Bill Snow, they were drilling that into us. Reps every day. There's a sense of urgency. There's a focus. And that's actually why I named my company Red Dip zipper because the red means a sense of urgency, awareness, and execution. So right now, Cal is showing that same mindset. When it matters most, they're dialed in. Number 2, offensive creativity. Now, the new offensive coordinator, Brian Harsin from Boise State, has transformed the playbook. He's adding misdirection, motion, and disguising the offense. What we used to call back in my day, window dressing. Yeah, so defenses bite one way or the other, and that means that the offense will go in the other opposite direction. That movement, that continuous movement from the offense, it keeps the opponents guessing. And so if they can guess and they're thinking about where they need to line up, that's the advantage to the offense. And that's what we've been seeing week after week for the last 3 weeks with Cal. And it keeps it keeps him comfortable as he works through his progressions and his reads. So the number 3 thing to watch out for is the growth within JKS. He's already the 2-time ACC Rookie of the Week in just 3 weeks. Against Minnesota, he threw for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns. Plus, a career high, as I alluded to earlier, the career high of 51 yards in the air, a completion downfield for a touchdown. But what impresses me the most, though, is his poise, right? He's got some real senior-like poise about him. If the first read is not open, he goes to the second. If the second read is not open, he goes to his check down. So he's accurate, he's decisive, and he's learning fast, and he's learning on the go when he's out there on the field. The true leadership is coming from this true freshman. Now, we got to talk about the defense, right? My old way of getting out there and playing football is, I play defensive back, and so I just love to talk about who and how the defense is handling their opponents for Cal. So you take a look at the linebackers, TJ Bush and Aaron Hampton. Cal is actually number 1 in the ACC for defense. They have steady support by Luke Farrelly as well as Kay Uliave. And then the secondary, they have a phenomenal defensive back, number 5, Messe, who is a ball hawk. He's out there. He's got the secondary playing together. They're playing fast, and they swarm to the ball. The X factor, as I mentioned, is Hezekiah Massis. He's the young 3-interception person that they have back there controlling the secondary, which you need a leader in the secondary to make sure that everybody is lined up. They're doing man-to-man or they're doing zone. He's showing some kind of ball hawk instincts, just like, my guy that we had on the show last year, Noah Williams, who's now with the Kansas City Chiefs. So Massis is the kind of defender who can flip the game in one snap. And if the Aztecs put the ball in the air carelessly, he'll make them pay. So, and of course, let's not forget special teams. Keep your eyes on Jacob De Jesus, the transfer from UNLV. He's an explosive return man, averaging 26 yards per touch, and also 15 yards per return when he's doing the punt return. So that win, again, is going to be a factor. And one big special teams play could completely tilt the field position in Cal's favor. As for the Aztecs, San Diego State, they're rested. They had a bye week last week, and they had extra time to watch film on Cal. Coach Lewis has emphasized one thing this week, and that's ball security. He tells his players, ball security is job security. And I really like that. And that's true. And that is, that is for the coaches as well as the players. So if you can secure the ball, you will be okay. because giving it away, not protecting the ball can, be a big issue. So San Diego State has to protect the rock. Turnover margin is one of those stats that are strong predictors in winning a football game. Typically, if you can win the turnover margin, you can typically win the game. So here's my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. This one won't be easy for the Cal Berkeley Bears. Cal will need to fight for every inch. San Diego State will bring the energy, the confidence, and a fired up crowd. But with Cal's red zone efficiency, their opportunistic defense, and the rise of Sangapula Telly, I expect the Golden Bears to grind out a win and stay on course for the looming tests later on in the season with some of their ACC opponents. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a 4-quarter battle, and Snapdragon Stadium will be rocking, and you don't want to miss it.
We're coming live through a parachute.
Signing off. Football Organically.